sometimes it really is just ironic, or it was something way down. I am trying to have an interesting talk about genealogy and last names, and you're here stealing frickin' tea. Get out of here, you. Ugh. Hey guys. Today we're starting things a little bit differently at the Aryamart Supermarket Simulator. So I had an idea I wanted to try, but I had some recording issues. I kind of posted out of order. I posted an episode of Quarantine Zone previously because this game was not loading up properly. It crashed on me and I couldn't get it to reload. It is fixed now. Fingers crossed, knock on wood, that it does not crash on me again. So what I decided to do is basically, last time, because I've been trying to figure out some better pacing for the video, I did the whole, like, doing the grocery run before I started the video, but then the video was going to be too short, so I ended up doing a second run anyway. What I did this time was I basically went around to each of the stores, bought everything, and now it's just kind of piled up, just so that way we can have a little bit more time. And this way you guys don't have to go through the initial thing of me going around checking what I need, what I don't need, all that. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get the truck packed up with everything and start making our runs across the city. Gotta love how accommodating all these stores are. They're totally fine with us just going in, buying a bunch of stuff that we're then later gonna resell, and then leaving it piled up in front of their businesses looking like an absolute mess. So very accommodating. I don't think most people would be in that situation, but hey, I'm not complaining. Let's see, will I be able to fit all of this in one go? If I do, that'd actually be really impressive. But I wasn't doing like a full maximum restock everything run this time though. I was just kind of getting what I needed to get through the day. Oh, we might be able to get it all. Come on, last box. Yes! Yeah, I didn't leave anything inside. Cool. Okay. So, very happy about that. Let's get... I know I'm not going to be able to fit anything else in here, though, so... Let's get this back to the store, and then we'll hit up the other ones to get the rest of the stuff. This thing is still so weird to control. I'm very glad that I have it, though. I will never complain about having my truck. Here you go, guys. I'm just going to yeet the boxes towards you. You know what to do with them. Yes, I've gotten this down to almost a science with how I toss the boxes. Come on. I say, and then I immediately fumble one of the boxes under the car. Alright, you guys got this. I believe in you. Alright, didn't want to close the truck with him standing in it. Alright, so let's see. I think what's gonna be easiest is gonna be... Actually, I should probably get some gas first before it gets... Does it matter which side I park on to get the gas? No, it does not. Our car is a rare hybrid that has 2 fuel tanks. I will take it. Alright, so we'll stop here for a second and get some gas. And I figure I'm gonna hit the meat and dairy store. And then afterwards, I'll swing back around for the produce and the cleaning supplies. But yeah, we'll see how long this video ends up being with doing it this way. Because like I said, I want to get more... I don't want this just to be supply run simulator. I want to have a good amount of time of me actually in the store, doing stuff, interacting with the customers, doing delivery runs and all that. So, I'm just kind of experimenting with different ways to do it at this point to see which one works a little bit better. And if this doesn't work, then I'll change it around again and we'll just see what ends up happening. But overall, I think this might be a good compromise. Anyway, how have you guys... Whoop, I almost completely bet that turn. How have you guys been lately? And everybody's pretty much settled after the holidays at this point. Everybody's going back to normal. We actually, where I live right now, we've had some really, really cold weather that's finally blown in. And just a reminder, I live in the south. And we do not, our weather is unpredictable, to put it very, 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 very mildly. My sister once had some pen pals from Japan who came to stay here for a little bit, like a exchange student program thing. And they're when they're writing about visiting, they ask her, "Oh, what kind of weather should we pack for?" Because they were coming at like I think it was somewhere around like end of February, beginning of March. And my sister just tells them everything. Pack for all weather. And they're confused. And they're like, well, what do you mean? It's winter. Oops, sorry, buddy. It's winter there. Shouldn't we pack for it to be cold all the time? And she just goes, no. Do not expect it to be cold all the time. Because when I say I'm in the south, it's like the southeast. So our weather is the kind where it can be cold enough to snow one day, and then a day or two later, it'll be so warm that people will be walking around in shorts and tank tops while there are still snowmen melting on the grass. That is how complicated our weather is over here. Alright. Gonna just park illegally here. Oh, come on, get over that curb. There we go. Good enough. Alright. Grab you guys. Oh, ended up on top of the truck. Did not mean to do that. So yeah. Everybody was freaking out the other day because there's reports of us possibly getting snow. And here, snow is kind of a big deal. And we always get people from, I think I turn here? Yeah, I do. We always get people from up north who move down here and they laugh at us every time we freak out over the snow, but they're like, oh, you're freaking out over getting only an inch or two of snow? You wouldn't be able to survive up north. I'm like, yeah. Because up north, y'all have the equipment to prepare for snow. We don't get that down here. Oh, I'll just carry this last box myself real quick. I don't feel like making a second trip just for a singular box of bleach. But, yeah. They always make fun... Oh, somebody got into a wreck. Oh, wow, that is a bad one. Wasn't my fault this time, haha! But, okay, yeah, that's everything. But yeah, they make fun of us for freaking out anytime there's a report of like an inch or two of snow. But, one, like I said, we do not have the preventative and safety equipment down here to prep for snow. Like, we are lucky if the roads get properly salted and brined and all that for the ice. And even then, it's really only ever the major roads that get that. It's never the regular ones, or heck, even one of the turnoffs from where I work to get back onto one of the major highways. That little exit ramp does not get salted properly, and I have almost crashed on that ramp at one point. Oh, never turned on the music. Let's go ahead and do that. So, yeah. We freak out over the snow. Pretty rightfully so, because... Okay, music's running. Because we just do not get prepped for it. We do not have the resources to prep for it, because we get maybe 1 or 2 days of snow a season down here. I won't say a year, but like for the winter season, we are lucky if we see 1 or 2 days of snow. And then the bigger problem down here is that the way the weather works is that if we... I'm sorry, I'm just kind of rambling while I'm waiting for them to finish the last of those groceries. Oh, there we go. But the way the weather works down here is it'll be cold enough to snow, and then for the briefest of instances, it'll warm up just enough for the snow to melt, and then immediately get cold enough that it'll refreeze into ice. Alright, that should be enough for us to open. And then, the ice is the really big problem. It's not the snow. The snow is light and easy to handle. It's the ice. It is ice over all the sidewalks, over all of the roads, even on the freaking grass, because the top layer of the snow gets covered with the ice. That is the level I am talking about. We do not get light, fluffy snow that you can step into and your foot sinks in for very long. No. We get deceptive layer of fluffy white with a clear coating over top. And then you step on it and it immediately crunches. So yeah, we get that level. And then actually when that happens, it's the people from up north who move down here, or who are visiting down here, that are the bigger problem on the roads. Do we have trash already? Oh, thank you, honey. I got it. Thank you. I appreciate you being so diligent about it. But yeah, the bigger problem is the people from up north at that point, because then they try to treat it like they're driving on their regular roads back home. And it's not. They don't understand how icy those roads are and how little protection there is on those roads. Okay, everybody's still paying for stuff. Nice, love it. But yeah, so they try to just drive like normal, and they end up swerving out. Sorry, ma'am, didn't mean to be in your way. And they end up swerving out and causing collisions. Because they either brake too hard, or they freak out and hit the accelerator. And that is the real crux of the issues down here when it snows, is people not knowing how to handle the icy roads, and then getting into accidents for the rest of us who do know how to handle it, but we can only do so much to avoid them. Oh, there, you're our cleaning lady's sister. Always good to see you supporting the business. Hey dude, how's it going? Please don't steal anything from me, any of you. I will hurt you. Awesome. Okay, not a bad morning so far. Made it to lunchtime without having to beat somebody's head in. That is a good day in my books. I know, my standards are so low for that. But yeah, we'll see if we actually get snow or not, because down here, it's a coin flip. We will predict that the snow will come, and everybody will freak out about it for no reason. Okay. Get out this and put all this stuff back. Wow, she was really desperate to do some cleaning, I guess. Put that back. Over here. Still kind of trying to memorize where I moved everything. I know eventually I'm going to have to redo the shelving, but I kind of want to save that for the next big expansion we do, which is going to be getting that extra storage. Okay, our customer helper got him. Cool. But yeah, I want to save that for when we get some more space, and then I'll work on redoing the shelving. Probably have to rethink how I have these little corner shelves. Maybe do like a center display using them instead. Dude, not today! I made a mistake by saying I was glad we made it till lunchtime, because now they're coming out in duplicates. Anybody else trying anything? Do I have to hurt anybody else? No? Cool. Let's keep it that way, people. Because I've got an order to fulfill. Salt, oil, soda, cheese, and tea. Oop, wrong cheese. Let's see, and then this soda, salt, and the black tea. I think I went into this little discussion on, I don't remember if it was a Supermarket Simulator video or a different one, But do you guys have any tea that you prefer? Or what kind of drinks do you like? Because I've tried tea and I don't like it. It's not for me. Okay. Oh. Okay, he's got him. Cool. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Alright, buddy. Hold down the fort. Oh, actually, before I leave, I should turn the lights on. It's gonna start getting dark soon. Alright. Let's do that. Delivery. But, yeah, do you guys have any hot drinks that you really like? I don't have a lot. The only one I really like is good hot chocolate. But, oh wow, now the orders are pouring in, as usual. Alright, have a good evening, ma'am. But yeah, I only really like hot chocolate. I hate coffee. It smells great, but it tastes disgusting to me. And I'm not really... I am so turned around right now. Oh, dang, it's one after another. Jeez. Okay, we're going the right way. But, I also don't really like tea. Oh, you're really close. You can walk like 5 feet down that way, my dude. Really? That's kind of sad. Alright, let's... I got tomatoes, right? Okay, I thought I did. Let's give these guys some boost, because I know it's getting towards that time of the night where they're getting overwhelmed. Okay. Alright, let's see. Tuna, honey, and Windex. Well, honey cereal, I mean, whoops. But yeah, if you guys got any, like, drinks or things that you, like, hot drinks that you really enjoy, something... Oh wait, it's just the guy right here, nice. Easy one. For 6 items, you couldn't come into the freaking store. People are getting way too lazy with this shit. Okay. Alright, still got one more order to do. Let's see if this one's gonna be an easy one, too. Oh good, our guy just refilled the tomatoes, too. Nice. Whoops, one too many lemons. It was Parmesan, and... Oh, dude, sorry, but that's a little rude. Customer is not always right. Oh no, wait, we got 2 orders left. Okay. Oh, everybody still seems to be... I was about to say everybody still seems to be paying, but no! Ugh. You know what? I will clean that up when I get back. I have shit to do, and I don't have time to waste on idiots! Sorry, I keep getting a little bit distracted, and I know I usually just kind of ramble in these videos anyway. But, yeah, like I was talking earlier about, like, hot drinks and, you know, snow and all that. Do you guys have anything that you really like to eat or drink on a chilly day? Like I said, hot chocolate's a good comfort thing for me, both because it just, I mean, hot chocolate is good. Only times I take criticism on that is for people who really don't like sweets or don't like chocolate, which I mean valid, like what you like. I am not one of those people. I love chocolate and I love sweets. Alright, and we need potatoes, rice, pasta, juice. Let's see. Good thing I picked up more orange juice today. Okay, pasta, potatoes, and rice. Whoa, there we go. For Joe. Okay. Just double checking, make sure that's not that weird thing towards the back where the people don't actually come out of their apartments. But yeah, I think a go-to cozy cold weather meal is, of course, hot chocolate is a big one, but I also like some mac and cheese. I'm not really a big soup person. Like, I'll eat a bowl of ramen occasionally, and there are some soups I like, but I don't know how to explain it. I like more, like, I guess, chunky soups, where it's more about the filling than the broth, if that makes sense. Alright, let's get all this stuff cleaned up. Ugh. I have to be so exact with selecting all this stuff on the floor. This guy was getting a little bit of everything, wasn't he? Is there anything I'm missing? Ah. Anything else on the shelf? Anything rolled under anything? I think that's it. Carrots back. Right. Oh no, wait, those are elbows. I thought that was rice for a second. Peanut butter. Then the small eggies. Okay. But yeah, like, sorry, I got distracted doing that. But yeah, I'm not really much of a soup person. If I have a soup, it's gotta be something chunky. Like, or like has a lot of, like, the focus is the stuff in the soup rather than just a broth. I don't really like broth. There's people who just straight up drink broth like that, and I am... you know what, since I'm doing it this way anyway. Go ahead and finish the day. Alright, no customer complaints today. Our guys kept up with it really well. Love to see it. Apples and shampoo. At least it's only a couple things this time. Go ahead and adjust these real quick, and then I'll get my grocery list together. Oof. That is a big hit on the market price. Okay. Let's do $6. And then I'll give it a discount. There we go. And then the apples. Oops, excuse me, bud. Jeez, that is crazy. Hey, you know what? Let's just make them let's just make a market price at that point. There. Alright, pay my bills real quick, and then I see what I got to work with. Come on. There we go. I am still recovering from the double loans. I still have so many payments left on these guys. They are keeping me so low in my profits. I can't really do any expanding until I get through all of that. Alright, anyway, let's get our list together. Always need the toilet paper. Shampoo is actually still doing pretty good. Soap, maybe like one thing of soap. Plenty of pizza, that's for sure. Chicken's actually holding up pretty well for once. Maybe like a thing of french fries be good, though. I can get like one thing of butter. They don't take up a lot of room. My pattern is usually just to do like one of each thing of cheese. Just because they don't take up a lot of room. I can go ahead and get some more milk today. Tuna would be a good idea. Maybe like one of the small eggs, but the regular one... Okay, so small and big eggs, regular ones are fine. I'll do like one thing of yogurt. It lasts me a while when I do that. One light roast, 2 dark roast coffees. Tea. Try to remember how much that fits. 16, 17, 18, 19. It's like 20 on each. Yeah, I should go ahead and get some more of that tea. This one I think I'll leave for the day, though, so just the black tea. Alright, so let's see. One of each of the cereals. I definitely need the fancy milk. Go ahead and get those 2 sodas. I just got this one the other day, though, so that one's good. So, I'm gonna say Diet Cola and Sprite. I need more orange juice already? Wow. Okay. Apple juice should be fine, though. Alright, and then... Need the Windex. Need some more bleach. Get some more... Oh! I am so sorry, buddy. I did not mean to back up into you like that. My bad. Water would be a good idea for both kinds. Cakes, candy, so basically like all of my junk food. I think I might be good on the red cakes for now. Spaghetti, maybe like one spaghetti. Yeah, one spaghetti, one elbow. Still really good on the red pasta though. Oh, I definitely need potatoes. Lots of potatoes. Okay. Salt would be a good idea. Maybe get like 2 things of salt because they're tiny and don't take up a lot of room. 10, 12. I could maybe wait on that sugar. Get some of the brown sugar, though. Let's see. Maybe like 1 brown and 1 regular sugar, but wait on the fancy sugar. Okay, so at least 1 each of maybe like 2 of that one of that for the flour. 1 regular oil, 1 olive oil. Honey and peanut butter are actually still good from the other day. And bread is holding up pretty well too. 1 thing of rice. Okay. And then just double check my produce. For the produce, I'm kind of sticking to the thing of if I have less than 100, then I'll get it. So I need lemons. I need kiwis, tomatoes, apples, and garlic. So garlic, tomato, kiwi, lemon. Oh. Hold up. Okay, I think I'm good on mushrooms. Okay, now that he's done putting that in there. So apples and kiwis. So apple, kiwi, lemon. And then tomato and garlic. Okay. I think I'm gonna employ the same system I did before the video started and just go run down to the stores and buy everything first. And then I'll just take the truck around in a big pickup. Just because I feel like that worked out pretty well for me before. So I know I needed butter. I think I was good on the red pasta. I think I was good on the bread. I literally just talk about all this and then I immediately forget what I actually need. I think it was 1 light roast and 2 dark roast. 1 black tea. I know I was good on the green tea. I needed 1 of the small cakes. Then 1 each of the cereals. Okay, and then I think I said 2 regular flour, 1 fancy flour, 1 rice, like 2 salts. Just start making a big pile by the door. I feel so bad for these shop owners having to deal with me. Did I get the butter already? I don't remember if I don't... Oh, wait. Okay, yep, that's butter. Cool. I'm just gonna go ahead and start taking this little pile and put it closer to the curb. That's what I did last time. Just so that way I could actually get out the freaking door when I was done. It kind of had a mountain. And you can only parkour so much in this game before it just tells you no. Alright, that's everything from around here. Did I get the olive oil? Darn it, now I'm second guessing myself. Huh? Yes, okay, I got both oils. Nice. And I think I needed these and like 2 spaghettis, I think it was. And then I know I needed the chocolate and the candy. I was good on the fancy sugar, so I just need regular and brown sugar. I said I was good on the red cakes for now. I was good on the honey and the peanut butter. Definitely good on the pizza. I needed the Diet Cola. I was good on the regular. Needed the waters. And the orange juice. I was still good on the apple juice, surprisingly. And I needed the Sprite. And I am very much aware that is not what these are actually called. But It is my brain trying to make a connection, because if I just think, oh, Turco Cola, or White Cola, or whatever that is, I am not going to be remembering that. I know myself well enough to say that. So I have to associate it with something that I will be able to remember. Okay, yeah, there was nothing over here. Potatoes. Let's do, like... The problem with these potatoes is they take up so much freaking room. Let's see. Because one box will be enough to refill what's needed for the shelves right now. And then, like, I think 2 boxes for backup. But then, yeah, we're gonna have, like, the one asshole who comes and buys, like, all the potatoes. And I'll get, like, 1 extra box just to be safe. I just wish that these things didn't take up so much room on the damn shelf. I swear I need to have, like, a dedicated area just for potatoes. Alright, that is all of that. Now, onward we go to our next destination. Which should be down this way, or is it 1 street over? No, okay, I was right. Aha, I second guessed myself, as I often do with these maps. Okay, definitely needed. Let's do like 3 things of toilet paper, make sure we got enough to get through the day. 1 thing of bleach. Oh, they're starting to fill in, like, some of these empty spots. So I'm guessing these are, like, the... Sorry! I just noticed that it's bidet glow-in-the-dark toilet paper. What the hell? I don't know why that got me so good, but it did. Alright, y'all, you want some glow-in-the-dark toilet paper for when you are feeling too tired and lazy to turn the lights on? I mean, if nothing else, that'd be good for kids, good for them to get potty trained, but I'd be wondering what's in the toilet paper that's making it glow in the dark. It's safe to use on all parts down there. That is compact toilet paper. And then format 12 Patus. Aqua Tobe. Is it saying that it's safe to flush the roll at the end there? Sorry, I'm just so I'm so distracted and amazed, question mark, that they're starting to put in these new brands and new products at the top of the shelves. I don't think I saw anything like that in the grocery store. I have to check that later when I go back to get the stuff. This is Boef. I'm guessing it's like some sort of all-purpose cleaner or bleach of some kind. Oh, wow. I'm sorry. I'm just still reeling from bidet branded toilet paper. They know their marketing. I will give them that one. Alright, so that is all of my stuff here. Okay. And now for the produce. Oh. I'm going to keep my eyes out for that. I'm guessing that's like part of a new... Yeah, tomatoes. Are you sure it was tomatoes? Apples. Darn it, now I'm second guessing myself on the produce. I know I needed garlic. Come on, toss it. I think I said carrot. No, I don't think it was carrots. Oh well, too late. At least the good thing is if I buy something I don't really need, these are super easy to stack and you can fit a lot of them on the shelves. I don't remember if it was mangoes or kiwis that I needed. Look for the other one. Oh well. Extra does not hurt because there is no perishing in this game. And then this one's actually easier to get to on foot than it is driving, so I like this little shortcut that I can take right here. Saves me a lot of time having to run around and do these groceries. I know I needed milk. Come on, eat. Regular eggs were good, but I did need small eggies and big eggies. And then, let's see. I'll get like one thing of chicken. I think I was pretty good on that. Tuna. And then I definitely needed the fancy milk. Let's get 2 of that. And then I usually do like 1 each of the cheeses. Just to keep my cheese supply topped off. You never know when the cheese mafia is going to come and shake down your store. And for any of you who haven't been watching all my Supermarket Simulator reviews, I actually did talk about it once that yes, there are entire branches of mafia families that are specifically for cheese-based thefts. Because cheese is the most stolen food in the world. I think I had that. Yeah, I did. I definitely did not need the carrots, but yeah, that should be everything. Was it lemons that I needed? Okay, so I gotta remember to get the lemons. But I think for my giant stuff, other than the potatoes, yeah, everything else looks pretty good. Okay. So, when I go back to pick that stuff up, I'll buy a thing of lemons just to make sure I got enough. At least, like I said, with the produce, it's easy if I make a mistake with buying that. They don't cost a ton, and then the boxes are small so they can fit a lot on a shelf. So I don't feel like I've made a grave error, like if I bought one too many boxes of potatoes, because when I do that, it's annoying. Yes, I'm parked in a crosswalk. The police don't exist here. But, yeah, with something big like the potatoes or the chicken, it's a pain because 1 box takes up 1 whole shelf slot. So, when that happens, it is so frustrating because then if I run out of space, which is what ended up happening on one of my last videos, I'm kind of just SOL at that point. Because my guys are stuck holding it because they can't just put it down on the floor. Which that kind of sucks. And then when they're stuck like that, they can't do anything else to help. So once their hands are full, they're kind of stuck there until I get another shelf. Which is very frustrating and inconvenient. Okay, we are out of room for that size box. Do I have room for a tiny one? Yes, I do. What about a skinny one? Nope. Okay. That is pretty much all I can fit here. I'm going to go ahead and just, like, move all of this up a little bit to save me a few steps when I come back for the rest of it. So let's go ahead and take this load back. And then we'll come back for the rest of it, and then hit up the other stores and get our other runs. I feel like this is going to be better, like, as far as saving me on gas money, too. Because when I'm doing it this way, then I'm not making, like, all these back and forth trips I'm not making as many back and forth trips to the store whenever the truck gets full. Sorry this is a little disorienting for you guys. There we go. Alright. Oh, buddy, careful. I don't want to run over you. You're one of my most valuable employees. Which is all of them. All of my employees are valuable, and I am very grateful for all of them for doing their jobs so spectacularly. It is so much easier than when I was doing this on my own. Sorry, I love these guys. They make my life so much less hectic and complicated. Alright, let's get the rest of this loaded up. And then we will think about what's going to be the easiest thing to do. I think if I circle back that way, I could go ahead and get the stuff from the cleaning store. Let's see, get all of this stuff in. Come on, get in there. I hate that if you don't click on it just right, it opens the box, and you have to waste time waiting for the animation to finish before you can do anything else. It's one of those annoying little animation ticks. I mean, I get why it's there, but it's just like, come on, I am wasting precious seconds. I'm doing Supermarket Simulator speed run. You know, I say that, and now I imagine there probably are people who do Supermarket Simulator speed runs, but I don't even know what you would do for that. Is it just like a test of how quickly you can get everything done? I don't see any new stuff here, so I guess we don't have any new licenses coming for a while for this place. Good to know for the future, though. I'll have to keep an eye out on that. Alright, so let's do our illegal U-turn around the pedestrians. And onward we go. Think I'm on the right side. Yes, I am. Okay. I need to stop doubting myself, but again, I just suck so much with maps that it is my first instinct to just assume I'm going the wrong way and then double check it. Which, I mean, hey, that's good for survival in a sense, because if I assume I'm going the right way and I'm not, then I'm going to become just a little bit too arrogant and end up just completely screwing myself over. You know, I'll go ahead and run these 2 boxes of toilet paper over myself, save on the gas. This at least is a really close one, so I don't mind it that much. Toilet paper bomb! Something everybody wished they could have back in the 2020s. Well, early 2020s. Oh, I do not miss those days. It was interesting to live through, but I would definitely not call it a fun time for anybody. Alright, get our truck and drop off the rest of this stuff. And then we just have to hit up the meat and dairy, get our stuff in the meat and dairy store, and then the produce store. Alright, oh, I am all over this curve. I missed that so bad. There. Good enough. Alright, here you go, guys. Got more stuff for you. Come on, go, go, go. I feel like I might just keep doing it this way for a while, because honestly, already on time, I'm doing much better. We'll have time for one more shift at the supermarket, and then I'll see if I have any extra wiggle room in the budget at the end of the day. Come on, move. Darn it, he's going the same way I am. I can't overtake him. Here I can, haha! Illegal turns! Run all the lights! I love living in a world where there are no police to stop me. Much better world for me. Sucks to be anybody else in this world, but it's great for me. Whoop! Messy, messy turn. Can you tell I don't play a lot of driving games? And since this side of the road is closed... Whoop. What did I hit? I have no idea what I did to make the car shake like that. I hope I don't do it again, and I hope I didn't break anything, because I cannot afford another car right now, and this thing is saving me so much money and time. I don't want to go back to having to order everything on the tablet. I will go broke if I have to do that again. I literally cannot afford it right now. I know I'm a little bit rough with you, truck, but please stay with me. You are my baby, and I love you. What's sad is I actually know a lot of people who are like that with their cars. Like, for people who just buy a random car, I don't get it as much. But if it's for, like, the people who actually work on their cars, who have had a car for a really, really long time, and almost didn't make that turn, And, like, the ones who maybe even bought it secondhand. Well, system tried to glitch me out for running the red light. I guess that's their version of the cops in this world. Oh, I totally just hit that. But if I get out of here without cameras seeing my license plate, then I get away with it. Okay. But, sorry, I forgot what I was talking about a second ago. I got distracted by the crash. Oh, right, cars. Yeah, I can definitely understand it more when it's the people who maybe buy their car secondhand or have it passed down to them, or even the people who just, like, have had their car for a really long time and they've rebuilt parts of it, they've worked on it, replaced things, all that. Those I can understand more being like their car is their baby, because yeah, at that point, it is something that they've spent a lot of time, effort, and money on. Why can I not open that now? Oh well. Thank you guys, you're appreciated. Does it just not like where I'm parked or something? I wonder if that's it. Nope. I guess something with that was in there was blocking it. Alright, I'll probably straighten that up just a little bit. Look out, guys, I gotta back up. There we go. Alright. They're handling the rest of that. Let's... I already got my bills for the day, right? Okay, if I want to pay off my current loans early, oof, I still need like 7K for that one, and then another 1,300 for the other one. So overall, I need like I got 8 grand left to go on those loans. And our next, I'm just kind of looking at stuff while I wait for them to finish. Our next round of licenses is gonna be, let's just say, around $2,000. And we need to expand. The store is gonna take another 7,000. Oh my gosh, we are so far off from any of that. If we want to get another restocker, we need more racks, but I don't want to do that just yet. I think we're okay with the janitors and customer helpers we have right now, though. And I think we're good with the one security guard. Alright. You guys got the last one? Cool. Alright, let's go ahead and do our last shift for the day. I hate that I screwed up so badly. I'm glad we have that second self-checkout. This thing is very helpful. Oh wow, we got a morning order for once instead of in the evening. That's different. Apples. Salt. Candy. And the... where did I put the regular sugar? Ah, down there. Alright. Wow, 2 in the morning. Okay. Also... okay, that's not the one that's directly behind us, so that should be an actual person. Alright guys, I'll be back. Hold down the fort for me, big guy. Okay. Oop. Over and over. Over. Okay. So I think I like this formula that I've got now. Doing the initial gathering of groceries, like going to the store and all that. Here you go, ma'am. Have a good one. And then just going around with the truck. I feel like it's saving me a lot on the gas. But, and I also feel like it's doing a good job on the time. So I might try out this method for a little bit, and we'll see how this works out. Because like I said, I want to actually, play the game for the day shifts, not just for the grocery runs. Everybody's behaving. Cool. Everybody is still paying for stuff. Love to see it. Love to see it. Alright, let's go ahead and get... which egg is... oh, wrong one. We want the fancy eggs. Then mango soap and... a lot of soap. dishwasher tablets. And then over here. Yeah, whenever I eventually have the money to redo things in here, I'm definitely taking care of some of this stuff that I've kind of had to rush when I was putting it up. Okay, everybody's cool. Everybody's paying for everything. Nice. Alright, I'll be back again. I mean, I'm not really complaining about the orders coming in early, by the way, because we actually get a decent amount of money from the orders. My thing is just when they kind of hit all at once, you know? Here you go, Mr. Brown. Have a good one. I always find it interesting when there are people whose last names are colors like that. It's one of those things where you have to wonder, was it a name that was originally given further down the line with their family, or was it one that was altered, like it used to be like Brown with an E, for an example, and then it just changed over time? Or is it one of those things where it was a name given to them, or that they didn't really have a say in? Like, unfortunately, history on America, with the slave trade and slave owning practices, it was sadly very, very common for people who were taken and were sold and everything to have their names changed, both the first and the last name. So it really was not uncommon for them to just be given a kind of a token last name like that. I actually had one of my best friends from years ago. Their last name for a long time was Black, and they were biracial. Though ironically, the last name actually came from their dad, who was white. So people kind of always assume that it was that the parent who had that like, it was a sad little irony thing, but it was around a lot of really immature people who would make those jokes. And it definitely got annoying for them. We had to punch more than a few people back in those days. But yeah, it was an interesting little thing where it's like, no, you can't just always assume that people have that color in the last name because of the stuff I was talking about earlier. Sometimes it really is just ironic, or it was something way down. I am trying to have an interesting talk about genealogy and last names, and you're here stealing frickin' tea. Get out of here, you... People annoy me so much. Anyway. Oops, sorry, bud. Everybody else is paying at least. That's good. Cool. Just stick in the corner over here for a sec. But, yeah, so I actually have also seen cases where further down the line, somebody just chose to change their last name, and then that last name is what got passed down to the kids. There's a Reddit YouTuber that I watch, and he talks all the time about, like, he doesn't, well, not all the time, but, like, it comes up in conversation occasionally that his, I don't remember if it's his grandfather or his great-grandfather, basically was Polish, and then when they immigrated to the United States, they were getting all sorts of grief and all that because there was a lot of anti-immigrant sentiment. Wow, insert political joke about how much things have changed, ironically, ha ha ha. But yeah, they were getting a lot of discrimination and flack for being immigrants. So one day the grandfather or great grandfather just had enough of dealing with it, and he's like, you know what, fine. And he sees a billboard that has a name on it. We'll just make our last name that because it sounds more American. And that's all there was to it. It was no big fanfare thing or anything like that. It was no, I must preserve my culture. It was just like, you know what, screw it, I don't care. We're just gonna do that because I'm tired of people being stupid. Which honestly is fair. I do not blame him for that one. But yeah, it's just interesting to think about how people get the last names that they do. For instance, my last name, which no, I'm not gonna say it because I'm not doxing myself like that. My last name is French Canadian. So like years ago down the line, I did have family on my dad's side who were from Canada and then moved down to the US. And then on my mom's side, there's some German heritage, and I always joke that my family is from everywhere. My family has been everywhere and is from everywhere. I've got cousins from my mom's side because her dad's sister married into a family from India. So I have a lot of cousins from India on my mom's side of the family. I've got one of my other cousins on her side is from Singapore. Let's see what else. I mentioned before that one of my closer cousins, my dad's sister's kid, she's adopted and she's originally from China. But there's also, let's see, on my dad's side, it's definitely a lot more southern people down here, but my dad actually used to live in Germany when he was really young. That, though, was a whole thing with my grandmother moving to Germany when she found out my grandfather, who was in the military, had a German mistress. So she took my dad and his two sisters, went to Germany, and then basically booted the mistress out of the house that they were staying in with the illegitimate child. Yeah, my grandmother did not take nobody's bullshit. Hey, this guy's been here a while. He's buying a lot. I mean, I'm not complaining. Spend all the money you want to, my friend. I will not say no. Woo, we love it. Love to see it. But, yeah, so my dad's family lived in Germany for a little while when my dad was still really young. He doesn't remember too much of it, but he remembers pieces of it. And then on my dad's side, there's also his great-grandmother who, let's see, there was one of his great-grandmothers who was Cherokee, and then he also had on his other side, there was one of his grandmothers who was a member of the Sioux tribe. So a lot of indigenous, like part just regular Southern and then part indigenous on my dad's side. So like I said, people always try to do the whole, oh, I'm so cultured and all this. I'm like, oh, my family's from everywhere, so I really don't care. I also think that's part of why people always try to decipher what kind of accent I have, is because I've been around so many different people and different people from different countries, and my parents have also been around people from so many different countries and parts of the US that the accent is basically just there. It is a mishmash amalgamation of everybody in my family and everybody that I have grown up around. Quote unquote grown up. Okay, so yogurt, apples, and butter. Okay, let's go ahead and get that corrected. Let's just do a little discount on that. Come on, I saw it like a second ago. Come on. There. That'll work. Alright, so butter, yogurt. Oh, that went up a lot. Nice. Let's make it $2.50 and then give it a discount. Come on. That's good. There. And then I think it was the apples. I think it was one of the fruits. Oof, that is a big dive. Yikes. Alright, let's make that 14. And then... let's see. No, I want to do 2. Why can't I just type this? There. Tiny discount. The other fruit is still good, right? Yeah, okay. Alright, so go ahead and pay the bill so I don't forget next time. Because I don't want to get stuck with doubling up on my bills one day. Alright. So, overall, I think this video went pretty well. We got a I think I'm going to stick with that new style for getting the groceries at the beginning of the day. And like I said, our big goal right now is working to pay off those frickin' loans. And then once we get at least one of the loans paid off, then we can work on expanding the store and then getting our new licenses. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye! Aw, game over already? Don't worry, there's always more fun to be had later. If you enjoyed your stay, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you for visiting Arya's Arcade. Bye-bye!